there, guys. We're now going to look at a couple of examples from section 710, fractional equations and extraneous solutions. This example is much more difficult than the one in the first video, so I want you to pay attention. So the very first thing we need to do is find our extraneous solutions. What values would turn our fractions denominator into 0? And in this case, x cannot equal a positive 1 because it would turn this denominator into 0, and x cannot equal a negative 2 because it would turn this denominator into 0. Once we find our extraneous solutions, we then need to find our least common multiple. And our least common multiple is going to be x minus 1 times x plus 2. So once we've done those two easy things, it's time to find our roots. And so, in order to find that, we need to make sure that we distribute that least common multiple first. So on the left side of the equation, I'm going to take 3x plus 2 times x plus 2 plus 2x minus 4 times x minus 1 all over our least common multiple of x minus 1 times x plus 2. I'm going to leave my 5 on the right side of the equation for now. At this point, I go ahead and I multiply those two factors in the numerator. And so I am left with 3x squared plus 2x plus 6x plus 4, all plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 2x plus 4, all over our least common multiple of x minus 1 times x plus 2. I have not done anything with my right side of the equation, so I'm just going to bring my 5 down. And now at this point, we need to combine like terms. And in that numerator, after we combine like terms, we're left with 5x squared plus 2x plus 8 all over our least common multiple of x minus 1 times x plus 2. And we just rewrite our 5 because we have done nothing there. Now, this problem looks a lot like our first example, where we need to get rid of that denominator to cancel that denominator. And in order to do that, we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by our least common multiple. And so on the left, we're going to multiply x minus 1 times x plus 2. And on the right side of the equation, we're going to multiply 5 by x minus 1 times x plus 2. And so, right off the bat, our least common multiple and our denominator cancels on the left side of the equation. So we can go ahead and rewrite the left side of the equation, 5x squared plus 2x plus 8. But on the right side of the equation, we now need to distribute that 5. So we're left with 5x minus 5 times x plus 2. And so I'm going to go ahead and multiply across on the right side. So on the left, I'm just going to rewrite 5x squared plus 2x plus 8 equals 5x squared plus 10x minus 5x minus 10. And at this point, I can begin to combine like terms. And notice there's a positive 5x squared on both sides, so those will cancel. And I'm left with 2x plus 8 equals 10x minus 5x minus 10. And as I continue to combine, 2x plus 8 equals 5x minus 10. continue to combine. Negative 3x equals a negative 18. X is equal to a positive 6. I'm going to go back and check my extraneous solutions. And x cannot equal positive 1 or negative 2. We found that early on. So therefore, I'm going to write them here in case you forgot. X cannot equal a positive 1 and x cannot equal a negative 2. But our root is 6. So the solution ends up being just a positive 6 for this example. So this type of problem, you have to make sure in the beginning that you get that least common multiple under both fractions. And then you cancel your denominators. It will be vital for you to go step by step in these equations, or you may end up doing simple math and making mistakes. So in the next video, I'm going to show you one more example that has a GCF.